Okay, I haven't posted anything up on the tractor in a while. Most of what I've been doing has been cosmetic stuff, painting a lot of little parts and things. I checked the compression on the engine, and my back two cylinders were good. My front two were giving me 60 psi, which indicated a head gasket leak. And when I look at the back to the front piston, see here, the back one's nice and smooth. The front two are a bit pitted on top, so I'm thinking it probably was leaking. I don't see any cracks anywhere. So I picked up a new head gasket, and figured while I was at it, I would pull the valves, check them out, and lap them, make them nice and tight, check the clearance. And my exhaust valves came out nice. I got the two front ones out. I'm going to do two at a time, the front and the back. The intake valves, I couldn't get them to pop. So I Googled a bit and found somebody had said instead of prying down the valve guide on the intakes, what you can do, and there's one in here so I can show you, is if you pry up on the spring, you can pull the keepers out, pull the spring and the valve out, and then all you gotta do is get the valve guide out. And I did that already on one of them. So yeah, here's where I'm at. A lot of cosmetic parts all hanging from rafters in here, drying from paint. Seat back there, exhaust, radiator, headlight. I got all the parts I think I'm going to need in, and at least all the major parts. And I'm just about ready. I figure if I can get this all the valves done tomorrow, I should be able to put the head gasket on tomorrow night. We had to get a new exhaust manifold with a crack in the one we had, and it was supposed to come with gaskets and it didn't, so we're waiting for the gaskets on the exhaust manifold. But that's not a big deal because I'm going to put the old one on anyways for painting. Once I get the engine back together, I'll put that old one on, degrease the whole thing, and paint it. But yeah, there she sits. This is my first foray into tearing apart an 8-end engine. So I picked up some instructional videos on, there's 3 of them in the series. There was one on engine rebuild, one on hydraulic system rebuild, and one on tune-up. I just bought all 3. And watching those, and spent a lot of time on yesterday's tractor forum, and that's kind of what I'm using to figure it out. I don't have a spring compressor for the valves, so all I do is I slide it up with a screwdriver, then I get a 5/8 open end wrench, slide it underneath, and tap down on the top with the butt of the screwdriver on the valve, and the keepers come right out. Just put a rag, because it would really be terrible if you dropped a keeper in the hole in the bottom. Yeah, she's coming along. Hopefully by the end of September I'll have it all put back together and ready to take down the cabin. Might not get all the cosmetic stuff done, but at least mechanically it'll be sound, and I can do the hood and stuff like that next year maybe. Then we'll see how much time, because really there's not a lot of mechanically left for me to do. On the back end we have one wheel we got to replace. We have a replacement rim, and I got to take the brakes apart on that side. The backer plate is rotted out, so I'm going to take the brakes apart. And I bought the kit, a rebuild kit for both brakes, so I might just do both. But yeah, here's just a little brief update for right now. Give me going on vacation next week, so I'm not going to be touching it at all. But once I get the engine back together, yeah, the rest of the stuff shouldn't be hard. It's mostly cosmetic, making sure I can figure out everything I took apart, how to put it back together again. I got it all in my head. I'm pretty sure I can do it, and it's a very simple engine. And I picked up a lot of new hardware, so I wouldn't be reusing a lot of stuff, a lot of bolts and things like that. But yeah, I wouldn't expect to see an update on this until probably at least 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. Once I get the engine back together, and I got to pull the dash because I want to paint that. That's the last major piece I want to spend detailed time painting. The rest of it I'll be degreasing it with easy off oven cleaner, then priming and painting. So when I get her started back up, I'll definitely have another drive down the neighborhood with her. But until next time, thanks for watching.